What's up guys, it's Cody here, and today I'm going to show you how my edge detection concept works. For those of you who didn't see my previous video, which was a quick demonstration of the edge detection tool, I highly recommend you watch that first. I will leave a link to that video in the description, as well as in an annotation on the screen right now, so you can click that to go to the video. The edge detection concept is exactly what you think it is. It detects the edge of something, which in this contraption's case is the edge of a specific block type in a structure. If I go ahead and place this armor stand on a letter in this word, which happens to be the word tempest for no reason in particular, you can see that the edges are perfectly outlined with a simple particle effect. That's not the only thing we can do with edge detection though. Let's take a look at some of the other features I implemented. Let's start with the block outline. We can go over here to see what block we are currently using as our outline block. That's black stained clay. Yep, I'm happy with that. So let's quickly create some kind of glass structured thing here. Yep, I'm happy with that. And we'll place this armor stand down. And you can see it has perfectly outlined that whole thing with our outline block. Then we can turn on outline erosion, which is pretty self-explanatory. It just gets rid of the outline. And then fencing, also pretty self-explanatory. It will, instead of placing blocks around these, it will place fences on top of the edge blocks. And finally, my favorite of all of the outlines, the custom model outline. I just love the way this looks. I mean, it completely changes the way that Minecraft looks when you use this. Just look at it on these letters. I just think that looks so cool. But the really awesome thing about these outlines, as opposed to the particle outline, is that once you place them, you can actually destroy the blocks on the inside and the outlines will remain. You could then fill this area up with whatever kind of block you wanted, but I actually really like the way this looks as just an empty outline, which you could of course still achieve simply by placing this on barrier blocks. I'm not sure exactly how I would use something like this, maybe as a hint of some structure to build with blocks or as a direction to go, maybe even just some visual effect. I'm not sure exactly, but I'm sure you guys can come up with some really impressive and creative uses for this. But how does it all work? To find the edges of a block structure, we need to fill the structure with entities. The way we fill the structure is quite similar to my block waves concept, but a little different. When we place our edge detector armor stand, it summons an area effect cloud with an edge tag. I'm going to refer to these area effect clouds as edge entities. Every tick, an edge entity is given a spread tag for one of these 6 directions. All edge entities then remove that spread tag from any entities one block over in the opposite direction. If an edge entity still has that spread tag, then there is no edge entity in that direction, meaning it is safe to summon one in, provided the block in that direction matches the initial block. This process is then repeated for all 6 directions, however no spread tags are given to the new edge entities spawned in that tick. After all 6 spreading checks have been run, any leftover spread tags are then removed. Once again, this is done by other edge entities removing a spread tag from entities in the opposite direction. Now, any edge entities still with a spread tag are at an edge. We can then detect these tags and combinations of them for all sorts of outlining and edge detection behavior. In order to detect that a block is safe to spread into, each edge entity has their affected block's command stat stored to a scoreboard value. It then runs a /test for blocks command to check the block in a specific direction against the block at a user set coordinate. When the edge detector armor stand is first placed down, it clones the block beneath it to that specific coordinate. if the edge entities / test for blocks command ran successfully, its affected block score should be 1. We can then target the edges with a score of 1 to make sure only they spread out into the nearby blocks. Now for the fun part, actually using those spread tags to do outlining and edge detection and all sorts of fun behavior. These are all really quite simple. The particle effect outline uses combinations of the spread tags, so it will detect combinations of, for example, the spread up and spread west, or the spread south and spread west tags, and if it detects a combination of two like that, then it's going to create a particle effect in a line using the volume parameters. The custom model outline uses a similar technique. However, instead of creating a particle effect, it summons an armor stand with the custom outline model on its head, rotated in the correct direction to form this perfect black outline around the structure. The outline model is using the stone, cobblestone, and stone brick monster egg item models, so be mindful of that when you're using this. Also, if you want to remove these outlines, you'll have to type in the command /kill at E tag equals outline. I will also include a command block in the world download that you can activate, and it will remove all the outlines for you. The block outline, outline erosion, and fencing commands only have to check for one spread tag, which in this case I have set to any of the horizontal spread tags. If it has a horizontal spread tag, it's going to check if the block in that direction is air and then set that block to the outline block just by cloning the block in that space down there. So if I chuck it here, that's going to fill that whole area up there. And if I switch this to outline erosion, what it's going to do is it's going to check if the block in that direction that corresponds with its spread tag, it's going to check if the block in that direction is the outline block using a test for blocks command, and if the command ran successfully, if it is an outline block, it's just going to replace that block with air. The fencing commands, finally, work much like the outline commands, but instead of placing a block to the side of it, it's just going to check if it has any of the horizontal spread tags, and if it does, it's actually going to place a fence block on top of it, and that works by cloning the fence block, which we set here, to one block above it. And then it even clones this block above the fence block there, 2 blocks above itself. And so you get that fencing behavior. Let's see if I'll go ahead and demonstrate it on this, although it's going to look a bit weird on these blocks there. Yep. But you can see that is how the fencing works. That's how all my own command block extension things for this work. Let's take a look at how to make your own. Creating our own extensions for this is actually really simple. All you need to do is grab a repeating command block, place it down, set it to always active, and type in a command that will interact with these edge entities. For example, we can put execute at E tag equals spread west. All the different tags, spreading tags it can have are as follows: spread west, spread east, spread north, spread south, spread up, and spread down, which you'll be able to see on the screen there. So we're going to use spread west. We're going to tell them to run a particle effect. Make it a cloud particle. 1 block in the negative Z so we can see it from the side. And then it's going to be in a volume of 0, so it'll all be created in the same place with a speed of 0.01, so very low speed. Actually, we'll make it 0.02. 1 particle, and force that effect. Play for all players. Okay, now let's test that out. Let's place our armor stand down, and look at that. It's creating a particle effect only from the edge entities that are trying to spread in the west direction. So that really was quite a simple example of what can be done, but I hope it demonstrates to you how easy it is to create your own extensions for this, and I hope you guys find really creative and really awesome ways to use this. Well, we have seen this concept in action, we've seen how it works, and how to create our own custom extensions for it, and that is all I have to show you guys. But before I finish up, don't forget to check out today's featured YouTuber, Sugarcaney. Sugarcaney has some really creative and well thought out concepts, as well as a very classy accent. So don't forget to check him out, put in a good word, and help support his channel. But that's all I have for now, guys. I really hope you all enjoyed this tutorial video. I will be providing 2 world download links in the description. One will contain only this particle outline you see behind me, but will dynamically update when you change the structure of the blocks that the outline is going around. The other world will contain the block and custom model outlines, but will not dynamically update, and you'll have to remove those outlines by hand. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more tutorials and command creations. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Today I'm going to show you how my edge detection... This is going to be a mess.